tonight we're going to be talking more about the Call of Duty team. Now, ironically, I'm going to be bringing you guys a live stream of some Counter-Strike Go gameplay. But right before we do that, I'm going to turn the volume down so that way it does not overpower what I'm trying to speak about and stuff like that. So what we're going to be talking about tonight is sort of the goals of the team, where we want to go and how far, where we want to go and how we want to get there, really. And with me tonight, actually, we're going to do we did a formal introduction video for Josh or Razor Sharp, and instead of doing that, we managed to get we managed to get Mirage in here. His name is Matthew Monst. He is the second player to join our team. And so, Matt, why don't you just say hey to him real quick?
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Matthew, and I joined GOAT eSports a couple days ago. Excited about this journey that we're gonna have.
Yep. So there you have it. Okay, so I'm just gonna play a common game really quick. I don't really want to play anything too crazy. I'm just play some deathmatch. But ironically, I know it's funny that you're seeing Counter-Strike gameplay on a Call of Duty stream or a Call of Duty team stream. But the reason for that is because we haven't gotten any footage of the team of the players yet. We haven't got any footage of the team yet because we haven't entered anything. We have 2 players right now. Mirage and Razor Sharp. We're actually looking for 2 more players to finalize this team and to be able to participate in 4v4 matches. Now, there is not a formal application as of yet, but if you would like to, any inquiries, you can actually contact us with a demo of your footage or anything you want to do. They also have YouTube channels which will be posted down below in the description, or Josh does at least. So another thing I want to talk about is talk about the reason to join GOAT. These guys, they've been here for a couple of days, and I'm sure they can pretty much tell you what's going to come, with the clan. And, I keep saying clan, it's actually a team. But, what's going to come with the team, what we hope to bring with the team, and, things of that nature. So if any of them, Josh or Matt, if you guys want to elaborate and tell them your goals and what you plan on doing for this team. Oh, man, I'm really bad. But any of you all, either of you all can, say what you all want to say if you have anything to say about the team.
Alright, well, what's up? Again, this will be the second video that I've been in on the GOAT eSports YouTube channel. I'm Josh. I go by Razor Sharp in game. Basically, and this is Mirage, by the way. I've known him. He's a close personal friend of mine in real life. I've known him for quite some time. Me and him have always been like Call of Duty rivals. We've been rivals for a long time. He used to be a lot better than me back when we were younger, like when we were like 8 and 9 and 10 years old. He used to be a lot better than me, and then I started grinding really hard when I was like 10 and 11. And then we started like 1v1, and when we would spend the night at each other's houses, then I started actually being able to not only hang with him, but occasionally beat him. And nowadays, ever since actually about Black Ops 2 is whenever it started, me and him have this like rivalry where we're like, whenever we 1v1 or like dick around on custom games or whatever, there's no telling who wins, and usually it's really close. It's usually within 1 or 2 kills. It's very rare if it's a stomp victory for one of us. So basically,
really quick, I don't mean to interrupt. I just want to say, for anybody watching and seeing my pitiful game, it's my warm-up game for one, and number 2, I can't hear anything right now because I've got the sound muted in the stream, so I can't really hear what's going on. So I'm just sort of getting picked off blindly. But go ahead, what you were saying.
All right. Yeah, you suck. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I am right now.
But anyway, what I was saying? Oh yeah, me and Matthew, basically we've been rivals for a long time, and we're both really good friends in person in real life. We've known each other for a while, and we've wanted to actually go competitive in Call of Duty for a while, but we haven't really, we've never really known how to do that, or where to go, who to contact, what to do. We didn't really know how to approach going professional and going competitive. And coincidentally, me and Matthew both know Patrick Wilkinson, the owner and founder of GOAT. We both know him in real life, and we just kind of small talk the past week or two, and this is a thing now. And we really want to take this far. I've really wanted to do this for a long time. I don't know. I have a good idea of how Matthew feels, but why don't you tell him?
Man, I feel really stoked about this. Uh, Call of Duty is just a passion for me. I can't stress that enough, and I'm hoping that this goes farther than what some people might expect, and just to kind of show them what's up, and hopefully hit that professional league one day. And I'm just going to keep grinding until I get there.
Yeah, man, for sure. We both got it. Yeah, like Patrick said, we need two more people. Right now, it's just me and him, and obviously for competitive, you need a 4v4 on Call of Duty. But there are 2v2 tournaments on GB and UMG, and there are also 2v2 LAN invitationals and stuff that we can do. So we're gonna kind of mess around with that until we get more members. I've got a guy I'm going to talk to in the next couple of days actually, see if he wants to join. I know some other people if he can't. So we'll eventually get those other two members. It might just take some time. Right now it's just me and Matthew, and man, we're having fun. Grinding Black Ops 3. Both of us are just about second prestige. I would actually be I'd be like probably almost fourth prestige by now if I didn't just get done moving and waiting on internet to get set up and Wi-Fi being really bad the first couple of days, and it's still kind of bad. Anyway, so yeah, we're both grinding Black Ops 3 pretty hardcore. We're going to start practicing a lot more often now. Now that we have something to actually work towards, because it's hard to. It's kind of hard once, like, if you have a goal in mind, but like you don't have anything feasible like in your reach. It's kind of like, what I'm saying, like where me and Matthew now have this actual team that we're on, so like we have more motivation to grind for that. Before we were just kind of like out doing, like, we were just grinding to grind. We had nothing to work towards. Now that we have this team, we have tournaments we should practice for, money involved. We can win money. Excuse me. There's just there's more motivation now.
Yeah. Also, I'd like to interject as well. He had some very good points, and this is slightly off topic, but I do want to go ahead and interject and say that me as the owner, I do not play. I do not do the playing. I do the bookkeeping, so to speak. I make sure everybody's getting their money. I make sure everybody gets their part and also puts out their part and does what they're supposed to do. I'm the one playing the game, the Counterstrike footage right now. I'm the one playing during the stream, and I will be honest, I'm okay, but I am not as good as nearly any of the players that we have that play. So, like I said, but I play every once in a while, and I do, pretty well for myself. But, they play Call of Duty, and they know what they want to do. And, another thing we're going to talk about, too, is the focus. Is the Call of Duty, the Counter-Strike side, the Counter-Strike team under GOAT really hit it off. I started it, didn't have any type of budget really. I was just sort of doing it to see. We didn't have any outlets. We didn't have any, we didn't do any platforms. It was just go on PC. And I had guys that are way better than me. And I'm pretty good, I'd like to think that I'm alright. You know, but there are guys that are better than me that play for me, that give my team that competitive edge. And, we go above and beyond sometimes. And what's also really cool is I didn't think that it would get as good as it did, and then we won 21 tournaments. We've won 21 tournaments so far in CSGO. 21 Binary Beast tournaments, 20, different tournaments that we've won. And then, I was talking to Josh and Matt, and they both wanted to start up the Call of Duty division of the team. And I thought, why not? Why not start up that next chapter? And see, when you have Call of Duty, it's competitively, it's going to be console based. So it's normal that it just comes naturally that you're going to have to find some other way to get the exposure you need. And well, what ended up happening was, I started a website, started all this stuff, and we have a budget now for the Call of Duty team. There are only 2 of them, right now. So we'd like to get 4 people, probably 5 to 6, honestly, for 4 that play, and then two, at least 1 to 2 extra for some other purpose, is to fill in or something like that. But yeah, and another thing too, I also want to go off topic real quick and make sure that you guys know, I actually can't hear anything in game, so it's really hard to know if anybody's coming. So, but yeah, Yeah, I just wanted to say that so it didn't look like I was just screwing it up for no reason, because you'd hear the audio, um, in game if if I had audio. Um, but I want everybody who might end up watching, anybody who might end up watch that's wrong. I'm saying that wrong. Anybody who might watch this or might be tuning in while we're doing that, I don't know. It's very unlikely since we're still, when it comes to non-Steam, when it comes to console and anything like that, we're still widely unknown because we're brand new. Essentially, when it comes to that, we're basically starting over. Uh, know that we will get to where the Counter-Strike portion of this team is. We will get there, and that's why I'm sort of posting this video of the Counter-Strike footage that I'm playing. Is to just, this is where we originated, but we're gonna, we're still gonna stay with the Counter-Strike flow, but we're gonna have the Call of Duty, we're gonna have the Call of Duty team in full swing, and it's gonna be really good, just as successful as we've had with the Counter-Strike team. That's sort of why I continue to do it. Um, but yeah, I really, really, really like. Uh, I really love Call of Duty. I like the community, and I'm really excited to see what I can pull off with this team. See how my record can be. See if I can get a winning team. See if I can get everything done that I need to get done. Build some quality players and get us to some high places. So, do you all have? What about? I don't know if y'all have already. We might have already covered this. Did you all share some goals you had with the team, with your guys' team?
Well, as of right now, I don't know about Matthew. As of right now, we kind of just need to get our names out there and just do some like small little LAN tournaments or some like online UMGs or GBs and get our name out there, establish a name for ourselves, and then once we get like a full four-man team, we can start doing like legitimate MLG like X Games. We do MLG qualifiers and stuff like that. And but right now, I think our goal is to just get our name out there, get ourselves known, and my personal goal for myself, this is for me specifically, is to get better with Matthew, meaning like team wise,
Team
like
wise, yeah.
yeah, like working together as a team, strategies, call outs, all the whole shebang. We just need to, like, me and him need to practice more because we really haven't practiced a whole lot where I've moved, and this Wi-Fi is awful right now. It is, at least. It's not going to be in the next couple of days. But anyway, a personal goal of mine is to just get better with Matthew and uh, just like mesh with him more because it's going to require teamwork, obviously, to do something.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
So now I guess you can answer something for anybody else that might ever watch this in the future. Do you all plan on staying in it for the long haul? I mean, do you all plan on building a truly epic sort of team, that
I,
that only focuses on winning and doesn't, that is only in it for the winnings, and that every other team will sort of fear to face, that kind of thing, that kind of mentality, that you're sort of a team builder at this point.
I
yeah,
mean, yeah,
definitely.
it's like the ultimate goal. Yeah, that's like the once we reach that, we're pretty much like we're good. I mean, of course, if we ever do reach that, uh, I mean, we're gonna keep going. Obviously, we're not just gonna like quit and retire. Like, oh, we reached the top, whatever, goodbye. No, like, but like that would be like the ultimate goal is to get to the point where like Optic or FaZe, everybody fears both of them because they're world class teams, and rightfully so. They are.
Envy,
They're amazing.
denial,
Yeah,
yeah.
and like once we got there, we would obviously keep going. But like I think that's the ultimate goal is to get to that point, become a household name. Everybody knows Optic, everybody knows FaZe, TK, Envious, everybody knows them. I think becoming a household name and like and being feared when our name shows up in tournaments is the ultimate goal, and that'll take a long time to do. It'll take time and focus and it'll take a drive, but like that's the ultimate goal, and I feel like we can do it with time and focus.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
get. I guess this
One of the
question is.
things.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry about that. But one of the things that I really look forward to is uh, being a new Call of Duty team to come out of nowhere and go into a competition, and previous Call of Duty teams see us and think, oh, we can get them. And then at the end of the tournament, the announcer saying, the new guys are making a name for themselves. I cannot wait to see that.
Yeah. What do you all think as far as how do you all think you all I mean, obviously now with 2v2, we're not. That's the focus for the next couple of days or next couple of months, even until we can find some more people. What do you all? What's going to become your focus as time goes on, and you're going to need to change focus and sort of, okay, yeah, maybe I need to get into this 4v4. And what happens when you start facing more and more like bigger team, or when you start facing bigger and bigger teams. How do you think you'll adapt to that? Like, how long will you think how what's the learning curve for something like that, you think?
Well,
Uh,
since
Once
since
again,
we're well, Matthew, go ahead.
um, I think that it's just you know always just teamwork, communication that will basically determine whether or not we can take the other teams. Because if we don't have good team communication skills, then we're basically
Yeah.
we're done for.
Right.
What
What something I was thinking. If you like you said something about the learning curve. If I mean, I think, in my opinion, the most important thing about all of this is like having fun, enjoying the game. That's why we're doing what we're doing, because we enjoy the game. And I honestly, like, one of my childhood dreams, and even it's a dream I have now, is to actually play in like a tournament in front of thousands of people against like the top teams, like Optic, FaZe, whatever. Like, that's actually a dream of mine. So like, if that ever happens, it's just going to be so fun for me, and I think that would actually give us the advantage, because like Optic, if we were to face Optic, like GOAT Esports versus Optic, everybody would assume Optic's going to win, and even Optic themselves would assume they're going to win, because we would be brand new. We would come out of nowhere. They'd be like, "Oh, this is a no-name team that's out of nowhere. We're going to beat them." So like, they're just going to be chilled out, and like, they're just going to be chilled out and everything, and like, we're going to be super excited, super pumped. We're going to have a ton of fun,
Yeah.
and I think that would kind of give us the advantage, to be honest.
Yeah. So as your skill level will improve, as it naturally will do as you play, more and more competitive teams, how will your caliber of talent that you guys surround yourselves increase? I mean, I'm the owner of the team. I'm asking you these things because as an owner, as an operator, and as the manager, as basically anything other than all the other administration that we might have, all the other designers, stuff like that. What all the other executives, what do you think will, like, because as a manager and as an owner, I'm still going to look to the players to tell me what talent they need, to tell me who they need, or recruit.
Right.
What do you think will happen as time goes on? What will be the changing? Like, how will you all surround yourselves with that talent? How will you acquire that talent?
Matthew, you got anything?
That question was a little confusing for me, but I think that what we need to do is get a team together that has an OBGA player and has a Slayer and a support and if need be an anchor and just
Yeah. Well,
I couldn't tell you.
here I'll try and. What will you all do to acquire, like, as you all get better, right? Because you'll have, we'll get to a time where we have 4 players. As time goes on, how will you acquire new talent, better talent? How do you think you can go about
I got you.
sort of selling the program, selling the team? How do you think that selling the team to these new guys that might want to take up an interest?
Basically, if we just put our name out there, people are going to look us up on the internet. So like if we can make it to a tournament that's pretty big and people see us, or if we can win like UMGs and GBs and get our name out there, get our YouTube and whatever other social media we might have in the next coming days. If we can get our names out there, people are going to search us, and then people are going to watch us, and then people are going to realize, like, if they watch us and we do well in tournaments, they're going to realize how, like, that we're good. So then there are a ton of people. That's why this business is so hard to get into, because everybody and their mom and their mom's uncle's dog's cousin wants to do this. It's like everyone's childhood dream, pretty much, if you're a gamer, is to go pro. So if we can get our name out there and get really good at the game and make some legit money off of it, the talent's going to come. You're going to have people emailing us like crazy. People are going to want to join us, and I'm sure it wouldn't be hard to find somebody that's good enough.
Yeah.
That's good enough to like hang with us and stuff. And
Yeah.
Um, a question I have for you
Yeah, go ahead.
is about the team. Is how do people because you were talking about earlier that people don't need to register. I mean, have an application or anything, any sorts like that. You can just register, and talk to us and stuff.
Hmm.
But what are we gonna do to test their skill and if they're good
Well,
enough to be on the team?
a lot of major teams and organizations, what they like to do is a lot of them don't. A lot of them, it's an invite-only system, and how that works. I've done a lot of research on that, and how that ends up working 98% of the time is they will have people register on their site, and they will have people post things and contact them, and they will watch what the footage that these guys post. And of course, naturally, being a team member, you're only going to be on that site, looking at the schedule that I post, or that any of the other administrators post, and then you're going to be looking at what what to do with this. You're going to have people that are going to contact you and ask to look at their footage, and you're going to look at it. And only you, not even me, the owner, I can't tell you who's good enough to be a part of your team. Because all I do, I circulate the money and I make sure that everybody gets what they need, and I make sure that the organization runs smoothly. So all in all, I have the power to release players, recruit players, put players on the roster. But you all really are the ones that are gonna have to communicate your needs to me. Now, as far
Right.
as like I said, your footage is gonna be, people are gonna record, kids are gonna record stuff. Guys are gonna put stuff on YouTube, and you're just naturally gonna want to watch it, especially whenever they say, "Oh, hey, I'm good enough to be on this team." You know, they're gonna want to watch it. And what's funny, the CS:GO side of it. Whenever By the way, nobody that's watching this is going to know the background. The background behind GOAT, actually, I started it by myself. I had one other kid with me. One other guy started with me. And even now, as we've won 21 tournaments, I would still consider us a semi-pro team um, in terms of how good the team is, in terms of the talent. We're still not there on the full-on pro talent. We are nowhere near there, and we won't ever be there for a while. I play on the team part-time. I was a full-time player earlier, like the year it started, like the beginning of last year when it first started. And then when we started getting talent, I just realized that I could do more of the financial stuff, and I'm okay at the game. You're watching me play. I'm not. This is also just casual, so the spawns are broken. But if we, competitive, no, the spawns really are broken. People spawn behind each other and stuff in this game. It's really dumb on casual, but it's casual for you. It doesn't really matter. I'm just doing it so that way somebody has that way they have something to watch, because we have no COD footage. Actually, before I continue with what I'm saying, you all on the team need to. I know you got Elgato and stuff. You can upload footage to the GOAT channel.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, I'd like to get some footage. That's a goal of mine, to
Yeah,
get some
that's no
footage,
problem.
and actually we can actually record and stream practices that you guys have and what you go
All
over and
right.
stuff like that. That'd be cool. That's a goal of
Yeah,
mine,
that's no problem.
to keep the viewers and whoever might stumble upon us engaged. No matter if we're sucking it
Right.
up or what, we're still a team, and we're gonna keep being a team. Um, but no, like I said, actually, I just what we did with getting the talent that we needed to win 21 tournaments was, through Binary Beast, ESEA. I mean, of course, we didn't do, we did CEVO and ESEA, but we didn't, and we didn't win. We didn't win hardly any ESEA tournaments in CEVO. CEVO is sort of a step down, but they're all still as pro as you can get, really, without being the top 5 teams. And CS. CS:GO is way more. I mean, they're both equally competitive, but CS:GO is a whole nother world when it comes to being competitive. So, and it's a lot. Both are hard, but CS:GO is just harder to get your foot in the door, I feel like, because it's not as an open. The platform isn't as open to new players. Whereas Call of Duty is a much more open platform, which is better in that regard. It's much better in that regard, and they both have their advantages. But another thing, like I said, what I did, I just went out and found people, met friends, had people join, ended up having a really fun team to play with. Eventually, we decided to go competitive, and we did, and we played, played and played and played. We didn't even have a website. We were just called GOAT. That was our name. And then I got the idea with you guys, and then decided to open up the team and took you guys on, and here you guys are, the first 2 members of the first GOAT Call of Duty team. And for those of you, again, that don't know what GOAT stands for, it's an acronym for Greatest of All Time. it's kind of crazy because nobody had actually had that name before I came up with. I didn't come up with the acronym. I'd heard it before, but I thought hey, I'd use it as an esports team, and nobody had happened to choose it. So that's where we are right now. We used to be Unbound Esports, and it just wasn't as cool. The name wasn't as cool. So, but anyway, yeah, that's how I acquired that's how I plan on us doing it without a formal application process. People are gonna want to send you footage. People, if they notice you, which they are going to, once you get good enough, they're gonna want. And I mean, you're already good now. You're good enough now to get some people who are maybe at the semi level, maybe a little lower than that, to want to play, and you just sort of have to work with the scraps you're given, and then eventually you'll get, you'll work your way up, and I think that's one really, really positive way that, one real positive impact you can make on the Call of Duty scene. So,
Oh yeah.
any other questions for me? Because I think I might have like one or two more for you guys. So,
No, I'm good.
you got any questions?
Nothing I can think of right now.
A question I have for you all: how are you all going to ensure commitment within the team?
Basically, just repping the team, doing tournaments, just committing to it. We've talked personally. I'm committed. Matthew, he's committed. We're committed for sure.
Mm-hmm. How far in the future do you see yourself with GOAT Esports?
Hopefully, I would like to just like take it all the way, and for lack of better wording, take it all the way. Pretty much, just start from the bottom and
Per-
build it up.
Yeah.
Personally, me, uh, since the contract is, well, you know what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
As of right now, 1 year, and hopefully more to come.
Okay, that's awesome. So yeah, that's really all the questions I have for you guys as an owner. I hope that was awesome. I hope anybody that might watch this in the future, because I seriously doubt, as new as we are to the Call of Duty scene, as new as we are to really any social media scene anyway, because the only reason why we gained any traction in CS:GO other than winning was that we had a Steam group that had a following. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed this stream that we had. It was a pretty cool heart-to-heart conversation, little meeting that we had. And so, yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. My name is Patrick Wilkinson. I'm the owner and operator of GOAT, the Counterstrike teams and the Call of Duty teams collectively. Thank you guys for watching, and we will definitely be bringing you guys way more footage to come. I mean, you guys have no idea. GOAT is in the making, and we will have competitions, we'll have all kinds of comps for you guys to watch, and we'll have hopefully a very, very, very large wealth of wins. So thank you guys so much for watching. Good night.